Impious activities that were performed in the field of sense gratification. But action in Krishna consciousness is transcendental to the actions of good or evil. In Krishna consciousness, person but he engages in all kinds of activities, but is completely non-attached.
Yeah, very good. So I think I'll take the board. It's easier to do that.
You want to tell the sloka one more time because I just started recording.
Varun can chant.
Yeah, what you can chant?
Chant the sloka.
Tasmadasakta satatam karyam karma samachara asakto hi acharam karma paramapnoti purushaha.
So this is very beginning of Bhagavad Gita. Second chapter, of course, I can give the conclusion. So what we are doing is the third chapter is the Karma Yoga. So it's starting. It's not really the ending. But I think you also need the mic for them.
Yeah, I will. I want to put this on a stand actually.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for Sachi to close. No, auntie and uncle cannot. Bring the table also. Auntie and
Everybody
uncle.
knows Hindi, actually. We can directly speak in Hindi.
Can you speak? You speak in Hindi if you can. Yeah, yeah. Try. You're doing well now.
I like Hindi.
Yeah.
Really? I don't know. Try करता हूँ. So, I don't know. Ignore all the grammar mistakes. Ignore everything. Put a filter and listen to it.
Yeah, imposing Hindi hegemony.
Okay. So you all are okay with Hindi, right? Okay. So a very fundamental starting lesson है कर्म योगा में. कर्म योगा सब सोचते हैं हम इंडिया में सबको मालूम है भगवत गीता क्या बोल रहा है. कर्म करो, अपना कर्म करो, फल छोड़ो. Don't worry about the result. We all say that, right? Krishna is necessarily saying the same thing. So the first lesson, actually, even before this, Krishna speaks in the second chapter, first instruction, spirituality करने के लिए क्या चाहिए हमको? ताम तितिक्षस्व भारता. First lesson, मतलब क्या है? He says tolerance. तो टॉलरेंस किसके लिए चाहिए? क्योंकि हमारा जीवन में everything is dual. Everything has two faces. If you have pain, opposite side of the coin is pleasure. So pain, pleasure, sukh dukh hota hi hai. So first lesson, even before he starts talking anything, Krishna tells to Arjuna, the first thing, tam titikshvasva bharataha. O Bharata, Arjuna, learn this first lesson, tam titikshvasva. Titikshva means you tolerate. So this is the first lesson number one. Spirituality चाहिए तो lesson number one, tolerance. So after this, Sahan Shakti, Sahan Shakti. You just take it. Don't complain. Today is hot, today is cold. Doesn't matter. You cannot complain. Well, like anybody, we all know this. This is a basic thing about life. So the next chapter, Krishna is actually speaking about Karma Yoga. Karma Yoga में क्या है? तीन चीज है basically. First is, sorry, this is on Karma Yoga. It is selflessness. इसका opposite, what is the opposite of this?
Selfish.
Selfish.
Is the pen not good?
No, it's fine. But हमको selflessness क्यों चाहिए?
What is selflessness?
निस्वार्थ क्यों निस्वार्थ होना चाहिए? हमको निस्वार्थ क्यों होना चाहिए? निस्वार्थ होना है, बट निस्वार्थ क्यों होना चाहिए?
अगर मैं अपने आप को मेरा अपना अपना स्कोप में बहुत लिमिटेड रखता हूँ, तो मेरे जो डिजायर्स होंगे वो भी लिमिटेड होंगे, और जितना मेरा स्कोप लिमिटेड होगा उतना मैं सेल्फिश होता चला जाऊंगा। इफ मैं अपने आप को एक्सपैंड करूंगा, एक till yesterday I was just an individual, then I became a father, now I became a family head, then I am a village head, country. Yeah, so as I जितना मैं अपना स्कोप एक्सपैंड करता हूँ उतना मेरा ये सेल्फिशनेस का डेफिनेशन चेंज होता जाता है। तो अगर कहता हूँ मैं सेल्फिश हूँ तो मैं अपने लिमिटेड स्कोप की बात करता हूँ, लेकिन सेल्फलेस यहाँ पे इसलिए हो जाता है कि व्हेन यू अपने आप को आइडेंटिफाई करते हो कि आई एम लाइक कृष्णा से जो अपने आप को कनेक्ट करते हैं, this is I'm giving my own, I'm not for Gita or something.
No, just tell your idea. Just why should we be selfless? Right now, what is the example? All of us are selfish.
Yeah, so when I don't, मैं अपने आप को बॉडी से आइडेंटिफाई नहीं करता हूँ, मैं मेरे आत्मा से आइडेंटिफाई करता हूँ, तो मैं I'm part of cosmos and इसलिए
Okay,
मेरा
that is
but I think अगर selflessness होगा तो desires नहीं होंगे, तो attachment खत्म होगा।
it's a correct answer, but why?
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 Because
Okay, all that is good. What you're saying is good.
Is it because you'll be very much, bodily conscious because you want to enjoy your senses?
Okay, let me ask the other way. Uh, what do you see around us is an example of selflessness? Is there any example?
Yes, lot of
Okay, give one example. Okay.
like the trees that are giving us oxygen.
Sunlight, trees. One second. That's a very good point she's saying.
Selflessness.
Trees are selfless,
Trees are
basically.
selfless.
Completely they're giving.
In fact, the herbs that we, when we are sick and we take the herbs.
The plants,
Selfless.
basically herbs, right?
Mother Nature is very selfless.
Nature, okay,
Nature.
very good. Anybody else? Cow.
Selfless.
Oh, it's eating grass, and what is it giving?
Milk.
दूध दे रहा है. And not for cow is not drinking the milk. Maybe the calf little she's giving, but otherwise she's just giving to all of us. What other examples are there? Tell.
Plants.
Plants.
Yes.
Yeah, plants. Okay.
Parents, mother, father.
Parents are taking care of children. Yeah.
Yes.
Krishna creating the world, yes, but what are you seeing every day
Around you.
around you?
That's it.
What is the example?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Earth.
Earth, yeah, earth is always giving. It's not complaining. Just giving.
Water.
Water, correct. See? Air, water.
All the 5 elements.
Exactly. 5 elements. Fire.
Air,
Earth, she already told us. Water, fire, air, ether. Yeah, sky.
my leg.
Yes, yeah, it's a fact. So body parts.
Body part.
Body
All
parts.
burden on the foot and
No, all the body parts. They are not counting, they're selflessly acting.
Yeah.
The force, energy, yeah.
Of course.
Yeah, of course.
Pure devotees.
Pure devotees.
Anybody who does charity.
Anybody who does charity, okay. charitable people.
They are doing.
One second. Let's see what is selflessness. That's all we are trying to see around us, right? Books,
Teachers,
teachers, yeah, books, teachers.
play and everything can be questioned. We go that one.
Yeah. Huh? Fruits, fruits, yeah. Plants give fruits, right? How about insects? How about insects? Insects, right? They take your blood. Some do, yeah, right?
Some are like bees, they give us honey.
Honey, yeah, even earthworms.
But they are tasted.
So they are all the birds and
She's
bees.
giving us selfless. She's doing
And
the.
you forgot
she
the
doesn't-
seasonal hero, Santa.
That's fictional, it's not real. So all the birds, bees, everything, they are contributing to the ecosystem. They don't disturb it.
Yeah.
So even birds and bees.
Yeah.
और क्या सोच सकते हैं? Selfless. निस्वार्थ कर रहे हैं. तो इंग्लिश हो गया.
Yeah, English हो गया. थोड़ा सा हमको
याद दिलाना चाहिए. Yeah.
क्योंकि हम सब भूल जाते हैं, वो इंग्लिश में चले जाएंगे. नहीं, गवर्नमेंट.
They want tax. So मतलब जो भी हमारा सामने है सब कुछ सेल्फलेसली एक्ट कर रहे हैं सिवा हम. Only humans are selfish. Everybody else is selfless. So, but actually, somebody told about body parts, right? Even body parts, that means even our body parts already know to act selflessly. So, moment you change your attention and become selfish, this is when karma binds you.
Hmm.
Until you are selfless, there is no karma. Karma bandhan nahi hai. Karma bandhan immediately हो जाता है जब हम स्वार्थ के लिए काम करते हैं. हमारा खुद के लिए हम काम करते हैं, immediately हम कर्म बंधन में फंस जाते हैं. This is the first problem. तो कृष्णा का टीचिंग क्या है? सेल्फलेसनेस प्रैक्टिस करने से 3 चीज बेनिफिट्स है. First benefit is purity. हम शुद्ध बन जाते हैं. सेल्फलेसनेस होने से हम शुद्ध बन जाते हैं. सेकेंड बेनिफिट क्या होता है? हमको डिटैचमेंट आता है. Like somebody said, like bees, you keep on stealing the honey. Bees never complain. Trees don't complain. Right? Nobody complains. So they are already detached. Even if you take it, they're detached. They know how to just keep on making. The art of making honey, you cannot steal. You can steal. Definitely you can steal everything from the nature.
Bees do get annoyed. Like
Avoid, yeah. Yes, I understand. But yeah, they will attack you at that point of time. But they tirelessly they keep making honey again. They're detached.
they don't
No,
give up making.
point is we are not going into their lessons, but what is our lesson?
But won't they sting you?
That's- They don't actually. If you know how to take the honey, collect honey. Have you seen these people who collect honey? They wear masks, but some people who don't even wear masks, the bees are there and they don't hurt.
Yeah.
If you take it up to the method, you can do it for years and years.
They don't hurt. In fact, mango, if you pluck the mango, we had mango trees. We didn't know when to pluck the mangoes. So if you don't pluck mangoes, पेड़ कम देता है. मैंगो कम आएगा. We should pluck the mangoes, ज्यादा देगा. So they actually give more. So like that, even humans, if we learn the art of detachment, Because we are scared. We'll talk about what are our fears. We'll talk there. But this is second benefit of becoming selfless. You become detached from this world. And third benefit, or most important thing which we spoke in the sloka today, is attachment to the Supreme Lord.
Actually, why don't you only translate it? I will have to think for the words, you know. You really. No, I can't remember. Detachment, what is it called in Hindi? I don't know.
That we will help you.
Yeah.
Niswar.
Niswar.
Niswar. No, detachment is not Niswar.
वैराग्य.
वैराग्य 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 बन जाता है आ जाता है automatically. But vairagya is not complete. Vairagya,
निर्मोही इसको बोलते हैं.
नहीं,
vairagya is अलग.
आधा काम है वैराग्य पाना, पर उसका आधा है कि हमें अटैचमेंट यानी कि हमें आसक्ति हो किसी चीज में. तो वो एक है डिटैचमेंट. जैसे हम किसी को बच्चे को हम अगर कोई बोलते हैं कि भाई मट्टी मत खा, तो हम क्या बोलते हैं, तू मट्टी मत खा, तू ये खा. हम ये नहीं बोलेंगे तो वो मत खा, हम नेगेटिव नहीं बोलेंगे, हम पॉजिटिव बोलेंगे. तो वो नेगेटिव है तो उसके साथ पॉजिटिव होना चाहिए, वो है अटैचमेंट होनी चाहिए.
Now read the 19th sloka one more time.
You want the translation or what?
Translation. This translation.
Therefore, without being attached to the fruits of activities, one should act as a matter of duty. For by working without attachment, one attains the supreme.
Attains the supreme. So the third point is that you have to get the supreme Lord. Simply for the sake of detachment, simply for the sake of being selflessness is not complete. That is only a necessary qualification. You can tell that in Hindi.
तो बेसिकली आप खाली अगर डिटैचमेंट में क्या बोला हमने,
वैराग्य
खाली नहीं चाहिए हमें, उसके साथ भगवान के प्रति आसक्ति चाहिए. तो अगर अगर हम सेल्फलेस होते हैं तो वो बस नहीं है. हमें सेल्फलेस होने से क्या मिलना चाहिए, वो है हमें भगवान के प्रति आसक्ति.
ये तीन चीज, ऑल थ्री.
नहीं, हाँ, प्योरिटी तो होगी ही, पर डिटैचमेंट होगी, पर मोस्ट इम्पोर्टेंट है अटैचमेंट. भगवान के प्रति हमें आसक्ति होनी चाहिए, तब वो कंप्लीट होता है. जो सर्कल है ना वो कंप्लीट होगा.
Now, this is nice. To listen, it's very nice. Now, what are the main fears? What are the main fears why we don't want to be selfless?
Why we don't want to be people will take advantage of you.
One second. Let me write that.
हम क्यों सेल्फिश होते हैं, वो पूछ रहे हैं. हम क्यों स्वार्थी होते हैं. आई थिंक
Fear of exploitation. Say that in Hindi.
भाई होता है कि हमें लोग हमारा एडवांटेज लेंगे. हाँ,
हमें हमारा फायदा उठाएंगे.
हमें
डर लगता है.
जैसे ही हम सेल्फलेस हो जाएंगे तो लोगों को पता चलेगा अरे ये तो सेल्फलेस है, तो उसके पीछे जाएंगे कैसे ना कैसे उसको पकड़ने के लिए. नहीं, मुझे नहीं.
What other fears are there? Why you don't want to be selfless? That's one reason. What other reason? Yeah.
Get something in return, but the people are so materialistic.
It's the same thing.
Basically saying consciousness around superiority or material. So basically, अगर मैं selfish होऊंगा तो मैं बाकियों से better हूँ तो
नहीं. He's saying well, loss of opportunity. Basically, he says loss of opportunity.
No, also around him he's saying everybody is selfish. Why should he be selfless? Right?
That's also conditional. Yeah, it is a conditional presence.
Yeah, so kind of like that. Kind of.
Yeah.
So conditional peer pressure.
No,
Okay.
get something in reverse in return. ना, मैं इतना सारा कर रहा हूँ. हाँ.
Getting something back, reward. Expectation of reward.
That's being selfish again.
He's saying, why do you want to be selfish?
Because
He's saying, because you want something back.
you want something back.
You want something back, I understand.
Probably recognition.
Recognition, yeah.
Like the feeling of superior or recognized.
So loss of opportunity.
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah, loss of opportunity will come in that, yeah.
Like there is something that, oh, yes, I'm selfless. Yes, I do a lot of charity, but why are others not recognizing it? Why are they not saying this guy is so selfless?
Yeah.
So that kind
So
of-
there is an expectation still, then it is not a selfless, it is still selfish.
So that's
Like she gave an example of some people are charitable, but they're really not charitable. They want name and fame in the society. If that stops, they will not do charity.
most of the people who you know do charity are selfish charity.
Correct, correct. So they are not selfless.
And also, as for karma, you will get back, no, because if you do charity also, so that we don't want to talk of that.
No, right now we are talking about fears, why we don't want to be selfless.
I will add one more point, lack of sense of belonging.
Okay.
I feel that I'm different. I'm not, somehow I'm
Part of the pack.
part of the society में मेरा कोई permission नहीं है, तो मुझे कुछ extra करना पड़ेगा. You know,
What else you think?
I feel like the youth will be here around us and all, even political wars are happening and everything. Like if you're not selfish, you'll end up, I don't know.
It's a cultural problem, basically. Societal or cultural.
सब लोग वैसे हैं, तो
barrier.
मैं वैसे मैं selfless बन जाऊँ.
Yeah.
सारे तो selfish हैं.
Yeah, सारे तो selfish. It's a cultural barrier, basically. Why am I alone? Yeah.
So they are not taught to be selfless. They are not taught to be selfish and like.
Very good point.
Lack of training. Lack of good example, basically.
I'll take one example, like why Kamsa decided to kill Krishna. What was his reason?
He wanted to be careful.
No, he
got threat.
somehow so someone told him that there will be one Devki will
Child.
who will kill him. So इसको क्या बोलेंगे इस चीज को?
Fear.
Kamsa was fear.
Fear of death, loss of opportunity.
About living. So he wants to kill the baby before the baby is born only. I'll be controlling. He wants to be a big controller.
Yeah, so control will be.
Yeah, he'll lose, basically. It'll all come in this only. Fear of exploitation, loss of opportunity. I think it covers most of it.
Yeah.
Right? You had a point?
What is opportunity?
What is opportunity?
Essentially, what defines opportunity in terms of, yeah, essentially. Like,
Yeah, it's like, for example, if you are at a school, if you try to teach your classmate whatever you know, you might think that that guy will get first grade and first marks or whatever. Selflessness.
Why do you want
And selfish.
selfish?
If you got a toy, would you share with your brother?
Wow.
Very good. Excellent.
You're so gentle that.
Yeah, but share things about something in return.
Are you expecting that he will give back something to you?
If you share this toy with him, would you want something in return? Okay, today I'm sharing this with you. Tomorrow you have to share something else. Would you have that?
The only thing I want is for him to give it back at the end of the day.
So it's unselfless.
So nice. So basically, we all have some fear. We are thinking that something will happen, but actually the truth is by design, just like we saw, by design, the whole nature, everything is selfless already, except us. But we, because of societal or whatever pressures or not being having good example around us, we are fearing something we are going to lose if we are being selfless. But the truth is, you gain much more if you become selfless than being selfish. Suppose if you are selfish.
Wait, stop there so
Yeah.
that we can translate.
Tell.
तो ये कह रहे हैं कि भाई लोग क्यों सेल्फलेस नहीं होते हैं, क्यों वो लोग निस्वार्थ नहीं होते हैं, क्योंकि उन्होंने कोई एग्जाम्पल देखा नहीं है, उनको कोई ट्रेनिंग नहीं है, उनको
Fear.
उनको डर लगता है कि अगर मैं सेल्फलेस हो गया तो मुझे सब लोग
खा जाते हैं।
मुझे खा जाएंगे जैसे बोल रहे हैं। तो इसकी वजह से लोग जबकि एक्चुअली नेचर जो हम प्रकृति देखते हैं, प्रकृति सिर्फ दे रही है, वो बिल्कुल निस्वार्थ है, पर उसको नहीं देखते हैं हम, और हमारे आसपास जो जीव जो भी और ह्यूमंस है, जो आदमी है, लोग हैं, वो सारे के सारे सेल्फिश है। तो उनको देख के हम कुछ ऐसा सीखते नहीं है, पर हम नेचर को नहीं देखते, हम उन सबको देखते हैं कि जबकि अगर हम वो सेल्फलेस, हम निस्वार्थ रहे तो हमें बहुत कुछ मिल सकता है, पर वो हमें फियर रहता है कि हमसे सब छूट जाएगा, तो मैं कैसे सेल्फलेस हो जाऊं, मैं कैसे निस्वार्थ हो जाऊं।
यहाँ में एक चीज और ऐड करूंगी कि जो न्यूज का जो बिजनेस है ना, वो भी है कि समाज में 10 चीजें अच्छी होंगी ना, वो उसको नहीं बताएंगे, एक चीज बुरी होगी उसको दिखाएंगे। तो क्या होता है, लोगों में एक वो हो गया, जो ट्रेनिंग हो गया, अरे बाप रे देखो उसको ऐसा हो गया, 10 चीजें। if this country is, we are sitting here, we are doing, somebody is on the line, he is putting his life on the line, लेकिन अभी उसको कोई नहीं बताएगा, कोई एक छोटी सी कोई गड़बड़ हो गया, गलती से भी हो गया, उसको इतना हाईलाइट कर रहे हैं कि एवरीवन बिकम्स तो उससे भी ना डर फैल जाता है चारों तरफ, अरे नहीं, you can't will trust anybody.
Correct.
तो वो भी एक बात है।
Someone comes to me and give me your card. Thank you.
टेक जाती है।
That's what fear of exploitation.
I'm talking about actions.
So if you are really selfless, nothing is going to be, you are not going to be hurt. That's the first point.
Faith strong. Okay. भगवान अपने आप आपका
No, because ये by design ऐसा है. From today, you can do a social experiment. Social experiment, you can write a book of selfless journal. Okay. All of you can maintain a book of selfless journal. One act of selfless act, true act of selflessness. You do that every day. One, you write that in the journal. Every day.
if adults don't want to participate, that's fine. But I think बच्चों के लिए every week आप एक से 5 मिनट के लिए इससे पूछो कि इस हफ्ते उन्होंने क्या selfless किया. All the kids.
That's all. Yeah. And not only that, we can do a second experiment also. They should do one act of selflessness to another person in the group. Yeah.
That is not selfless. Why should we only be selfless? Others are selfless.
Why should others have all the fun?
Yeah.
Yes, actually.
I don't feel selfish.
So according to him, all should do. All should do. All should do.
Correct.
ये सबके लिए मैं जर्नल लेके आया हूँ।
Yes.
ऑफिस से आया तो मेरे बेटे ने खाना मेरे को पड़ोसा।
Very good.
Excellent. Excellent.
पापा मैं निकालता हूँ खाना। I was so happy.
Yeah.
When I came from office, right? He said that I'll serve food to you. You sit.
Excellent point. Now, there is little difference in the way we approach this point of selflessness compared to all the other classes or societies or teachings which are available in Bhagavad Gita. Krishna approaches this topic in a very unique way. And that uniqueness is, it is directly connected to Krishna. That act is always supposed to be done for Krishna. People generally think, I can give food to the poor person. That's an act of goodness. Generally, we think it is good. It's a good charitable act. But it is very revolutionary thought to think what Krishna is going to say. That's not really the best. That is not a selfless act. The selfless act is only if the jiva does for Krishna. And if you do everything for in that consciousness, that means the motto, why you are doing what you are doing is important. You might give the same food to your papa, but if that thought, the intention is not connected as a seva bhav towards Krishna, then that act falls short of being really selfless.
भगवत गीता में कृष्ण भगवान बहुत ये जो निस्वार्थ है ना उसको एक अलग ही एंगल में लेकर जा रहे हैं बता रहे हैं कि अगर हम कोई भी एक्ट करते हैं निस्वार्थ एक्ट करते हैं उसका रिएक्शन होता ही है अगर हम वो रिएक्शन ना चाहें तो हमें उस एक्ट को भगवान के साथ जोड़ना है होगा अगर हम उसके साथ भगवान के साथ ना जोड़ेंगे तो वो फिर भी उसमें रिएक्शन होगा रिएक्शन मतलब कर्म का बंधन जो है वो कंटिन्यू होता ही रहेगा बंद ही नहीं होगा वो कभी भी जैसे अभी बेटे ने उनको फादर को खाना दिया अगर वो भगवान के साथ जुड़ा हो तो उसका रिएक्शन अलग होगा रिएक्शन नहीं उसका रिएक्शन ही नहीं होगा बेसिकली
One more question. Yeah,
Sure.
I have one, and then there's like a follow-up. So the first one is when Krishna decided not to participate in like the battle, was that Krishna being selfless because he knew that he could like end the war in a day and he would be interfering, or would that be selfish because he didn't want to partake in the war?
That would be. He's asking when the battle happened, why was Krishna selfless to not participate or selfish to not participate in the war between Pandavas and
So, selfishness and selflessness is only for us, not for the Lord. Why? Because everything belongs to Him. We are just part of the Lord. Just like all your body parts are part of what? Of the body. So the body does not have to worry about any body parts because body already has all the body parts. Correct? So body doesn't work for anybody else. All the body parts only work for the body. Is it complicated?
yes for him
No, he said no.
उन्होंने क्या कहा कि हमारे शरीर के जो अंग है ना वो सब शरीर के लिए काम करते हैं तो उसी तरह से हम सब जो भी जीवात्मा है वो सब भगवान के लिए हम काम करते हैं भगवान की सेवा में है हम लोग तो जब वो करते हैं तो वो कंप्लीट है
So the same sloka, read the purport in the ending. One more time. Only one sentence. 319. Yeah, sure.
This selfish only applies to us. She was also mentioning this in our talk earlier. So like, let's say that somebody asks for your car, right? You would normally give that to them because that would be selflessness, right? But what if somebody in your family was also dependent on that car when they like needed it? Would that be selfish because you're giving it away and not letting your family have it?
So that is exactly the point. You do not act selflessness here separate from Krishna. I qualified that sentence. All the acts of selflessness is only meant to do only one work. That one work is Krishna's work.
one day I want to check Seva for Krishna. I want to go to the temple.
Look for the car. Go back to the
I want to take. Yeah, give
Yeah.
warm water. So if he wants to do, he wants to take the car, but he wants to use it in Krishna's service, then what will you do?
Then you should give.
Right?
But if the guy wants to take the car and go to some pub and do some nonsense, then that is not wise. Then you are not giving the car. It looks like you are being selfish to keep the car, but actually you're not selfish. You know you're wise because by giving the car, that person is going to do more selfish activity.
And he's going to harm himself.
That is why you don't want to give.
I have a question here. I have a,
I want to just tell. क्या टॉपिक चल रही थी आपको समझ में आया? तो वो कह रहा है कि अगर कोई मुझे कार मांगता है तो मैं कार दे दूं कि नहीं दूं? अगर मैं कार नहीं देता हूँ तो यानी कि मैं सेल्फिश हूँ। हाँ, तो प्रभु वो बोल रहे हैं कि अगर तुमने उसको कार दी और वो कार वो पब लेकर जाता है तो तुमको नहीं देना चाहिए। वो अगर भगवान की भक्ति में कुछ भी करना चाहता है तो उसको दोगे तो उसको कोई गलत नहीं है, तो वो सेल्फलेस होगा। पर अगर तुमने उसको कार नहीं दी तो भी तुम सेल्फलेस हो, क्योंकि भले तुम ऐसे लगेगा कि तुम सेल्फिश हो पर तुम अच्छा कर रहे हो उसको नहीं देकर का।
अभी बहुत सारे ऐसे कहानियां जो सेंट्स के लिए इंडिया में है कि वो कमाते थे लेकिन रास्ते में कोई मांग दिया तो दे देते थे, क्योंकि वो तो प्रभु का काम कर रहे थे, उनका वो जुड़े हुए थे प्रभु से। घर आते आते वो कुछ हाथ में रहे तो उनकी बीवी चिल्लाती थी उसपे कि तुम्हारा भक्ति किस काम का है, तुम कुछ आई एम सॉरी लाइक सी विल नॉट बी गेटिंग।
I'm saying उनको हिंदी नहीं समझ में आती है।
So in that case, like Guru Nanak के बारे में कहानी,
I know there's so many saints like that. Yeah.
The कहानी is very famous.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3 1 से 13, जहाँ 13 आता था 13, तो ये सब भगवान का है, तो दे देते कोई सामने के लिए जाओ 13। तो ये यहाँ पे जो है, I reading this like one should act as a matter of duty. That means Guru Nanak was not doing his duty.
No.
He was doing something like.
I'll explain. It's a good point. Very good point. Very good question also. She's explaining the question to her. Okay, you got the question? Okay. So the answer is, there are different types of devotees. If we also are devotees, but we are at one category. So let me put all the devotees in just 3 categories as what Bhagavatam says. So one is called Kanishta Adhikari. Kanishta means the lowest cadre of devotee. Then there is Madhyam. Then there is Uttam.
Pure devotees are Uttam.
So, yeah, obviously. So Kanishta Adhikari matlab, they are stuck to only rules and regulations. And they also think Bhagavan is only in the temple, not in a deity form. Okay. And they also are not well versed in scripture. Honey should work, I think.
After body.
एक्चुअली मैंने बोला ना जो हाँ भाई ये आपके दोनों
So anyway, I'll continue. So they are stuck to rules and regulations. They only think bhakti means you have to do puja, punaskar, whatever, vrata, whatever. That's all is bhakti. And they don't know, they know God is everywhere, but their idea is God is only in the temple or in the deity. They don't have more awareness than that. They are not also well versed in scripture. They cannot quote any shastra. They don't know what is what. Just like a lawyer knows all the rules. They don't know. And if they are challenged, their only course of action is they become angry and they end up in fights. Just like typical example is Rama Janmabhoomi. Somebody came, he said, "Oh, this is our Ram," and they're caught up in quarrel. They cannot go beyond that because they cannot quote more than that. They're definitely devotees, but they do not do more than that. You can tell.
कह रहे हैं कि सबसे नीचे वाले जो भक्त हैं वो ये है कि जिनको लगता है भगवान सिर्फ मंदिर में है, वो सिर्फ मूर्ति में भगवान देखते हैं, उनको शास्त्र नहीं पता, उनको कुछ नहीं पता। वो अभी अयोध्या में लड़ रहे हैं जैसे कि हमारे राम थे यहीं पे थे तो यही हमारा मंदिर बनेगा। तो उससे ज्यादा सोच नहीं सकते, उनको ये नहीं समझ आ रहा है कि भगवान सारी जगह है, उनको शास्त्रों की नॉलेज नहीं है। बस उनको सिर्फ ये है मंदिर होता है, उसके अंदर मूर्ति है और उसमें भगवान है। वो सबसे नीचे के लेवल के भक्त है।
Correct. So the next level is Madhyam. Definitely he is above the Kanishta and he is really expert in Shastra, expert in scripture. They can defeat any arguments. They are totally fixed up. Fixed in sadhana. They have dedicated their lives also for spiritual advancement. These are all the qualities of a Madhyam.
But this is and all, right? So somebody could be not dedicated their life to spirituality, but knows the Shastras very well, is learned, everything else, but they haven't. So they are experts in Shastra. They know their stuff.
Okay.
They can have logical arguments and or not argument, logical discussion.
Right.
They are very expert in sadhana, but they haven't dedicated their lives to spirituality.
So they are somewhere in between then. Because if somebody knows the Shastra fully, that means their conviction is not complete to dedicate themselves.
Yes.
So there is some short, there is a gap. That's why they could not dedicate.
Are we judging people here?
We are not judging. We are not judging. We are coming to your answer. Just like a graduate, like you join a school or college, you are learning something, but your learning is not complete. You are incomplete. You're joined, become a doctor, but you are not finished your residency. You are not finished your whatever post doctorate or whatever. How can you be a surgeon?
Right.
But you know something.
Yeah, he is
So-
the initial level of.
Yeah, he's learning, still learning. So yeah, he's in a bachelor's degree, whatever. Yeah, but still you can't go and get operated from him.
But their role in life can be different, right?
Role in life
So
is
like-
different,
like
definitely.
a fighter, like
Correct.
a Kshatriya,
Yeah.
expert in Shastra,
Huh.
but he's not dedicated his life to spirituality.
Huh.
A Guru Acharya is also expert in Shastra, but he's dedicated his life to spirituality because that's the role, right?
Correct, correct.
So
So we are just talking about the evolution of a student in bhakti. In bhakti. So as a Madhyamadikari, he also discriminates. He discriminates. He discriminates between devotee and non-devotee. The reason he does that is because he wants to maintain association with devotees only. For that reason, he discriminates.
Discrimination in a negative way.
No, and not in a negative way, in a positive way. Like you don't want to associate with materialistic people. It's just waste of time. Just like even in business also you do that. If somebody is not very serious businessman, I don't want to waste my time with him. Right? Like that it is. Yeah.
Like say your family is not, let's just say hypothetically. That
Good point.
like
Yeah.
not-
No, they associate just enough. Just enough to do the duty as a family member. But their attachment is somewhere else with Krishna. Yeah, very good point. No, it is not hypothetical. It is real. It happens very much in every family. Most of the families. Yeah. Suchi. Oh, I thought you raised your hand. Okay. So where I'm going with this is because of Uttama Bhakta. Uttama Bhakta is a pure devotee. And he does not discriminate. He sees Krishna in every single atom. Kand kand mein Bhagwan ko nazar aata hai. Just like Prahlad, just like all pure devotees. There is no difference. Even if that person is a demon, even if that person is coming to attack you, like snakes. Prahlad, he was put inside a snake pit. So if you see a snake or whatever, what will say immediate reaction? At least you run a little bit. So Prahlad, being a pure devotee who could see the Lord in every single atom, including the snake, he said, I'm surrendered to the Lord. It's not my business what the snake will do to me. You, being the same Lord in my heart and the snake's heart, you talk to the snake's heart and you tell what they have to do. That is the level of surrender Prahlad has. So such devotees, they are not calculating how I'm going to be protected. It's not my business, it's Krishna's business. I've already surrendered to Krishna. Such people, whether they give whatever they have, they are not calculating. Like Sudama. His wife is telling, go and ask your friend. He'll give a lot of money. We don't have food to eat. You know what Sudama did? He gave all this flat rice. Then he came outside the palace and he said, thank you. Thank you, Krishna. I did not ask you anything. Otherwise, my wife was going to eat my head. Ask this, ask this. So, as a pure devotee, they know Krishna already is taking care of everything. So, Uttama devotee, Uttam Bhakta, he does not get into all those nuances of how to protect ourselves. That's one of the Sharanagati. Right now, we don't have that. We only know theoretically Sharanagati. Our Sharanagati is in our bank balance or our employer. He's giving me job. Yeah, secure. How you feel so secure? Somebody tells, talk to me. I'll give you job. Bas. Set ho gaya, life. Right? Like that, a pure devotee, Uttam Adhikari, he's thinking, my life is set. Why? Because bharosa diya. Bhagwan ne bharosa diya. This check any other check will be bounced, not Krishna's check. Because Krishna is saying, Name Bhakta Pranashyati. My Bhakta will never perish. That is the promissory note. That a devotee understands completely. We don't. It's a graduation. Like after graduation, you will get that.
I know the nature of fire. एक कहानी है मतलब I was listening to something in like the hathi, right? Elephant is coming like full, like so somebody, what a Ganesha came. He went in front of like he started doing sartan, and hathi was mad. He just crushed it. So what is it? What's going on here? He's like,
Oh,
he's
no, 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 no.
God will protect
No,
him.
then he's not in Uttama stage.
Then what?
He is not definitely not in Uttama stage. If he is in the Uttama stage, what happens? He knows how to talk to the Paramatma in the heart of the elephant. Just like Prahlad, he was taken inside the fire only. He was taken inside the fire. So the fire could not touch him. Think about it. He was thrown.
Himself.
He did. He was thrown. He was thrown. He was thrown outside from the top of the cliff. He was thrown. Then what did he say? Krishna, it's up to you. Then
Now that he was in the situation, he surrendered himself.
नहीं,
But
I'll give the answer according to me. इसमें क्या होता है ना कि उस टाइम पे उस भक्त को वो दो तरह से हम कर सकते हैं कि भक्ति जो है हम लोग या तो फिर हम लोग दूसरे को देख के बिना हमारे को अंडरस्टैंडिंग पूरी नहीं आई है पर हम क्या कहते हैं उसको देखकर हम बस कर रहे हैं अभी मुझे मेरे अंदर वो भक्ति अभी जागृत हुई नहीं है मैंने किसी का सुना है
imitation. That's imitation. Like a mimicry artist.
जैसे हमें एक्चुअली जो प्योर डिवोटी करते हैं उससे नकल नहीं करना है
Exactly.
हमें अपने
Imitation.
आप को लेवल पे लेकर आना है कि वो नेचुरली हो इमिटेशन का काम यहाँ पे नहीं कर रहे होगा हमें जो प्योर डिवोटीज होते हैं उनके चरण जैसे वो अपनी लाइफ को लीड करते हैं उसको देखकर सीखना है और फिर हमें लीड करना है अपनी लाइफ को ना कि हम नकल करें ये बिल्कुल नहीं करना
So basically, to develop selflessness. Okay, sure.
You want to-
No, you understood the scenario that he was telling?
One element
Bowed down in front of the mad elephant and the elephant crushed him. What happened? Why did that happen? No, because that guy is not realized. He was only imitating somebody who he thought, and he thought he himself put himself imitated as a pure devotee. But he's acting like a Uttamadhikari.
उससे हायर ही है कनिष्ठ
You should discriminate. You should discriminate. Yeah, you should walk away from the place.
in बिहार we say गंगा भी तभी पूजी जाती है जब वो अपने दायरे में होती है
हाँ
नहीं तो झाड़ू मार कर कौन निकाल देते
Correct.
गंगा जब अपना जो बाउंड्री को when she crosses the boundary people take the broom and okay पानी आ गया हटा हटा
हाँ
but until Ganga is in between her boundary everyone worships it right
yeah.
so वो जो discrimination
वो हमें करना होगा
वो करना होगा
So basically, the final takeaway, how do you develop selflessness in Krishna consciousness, is the 18th chapter. I just jumped to the last one. And then it's a golden triangle, it's called. You never stop this golden triangle, no matter wherever you are in the evolution. It's called charity, penance, and sacrifice. If you maintain these three, you are connected in your spirituality. If you stop this and hypothetically you think, imagine, I'm being selfless or I'm doing acts of selflessness, you are not. According to Krishna. According to Krishna, you have to do all these three. But Krishna qualifies what is charity? Charity in the mode of goodness, charity in the mode of ignorance, charity in the mode of passion. Same thing with all three, sacrifice and penance. You cannot make up your own rules and regulations and think, I will do penance. Just like Hiranyakashipu. He also did penance in his own way. He thought that is the correct penance. I'll do ghor tapasya. Like Ravanasar. He also thought in his own way, he invented, like he pulled out intestines from his stomach and played music to please Lord Shiva. These are all demoniac ways of doing penance. We don't do like that. In Kali Yuga, everything is prescribed. Penance is very simple. In Kali Yuga, penance is simply practice four regulative principles, eat only prasadam, Krishna prasadam, and chant the names of Krishna. It's penance. That's all. It's nothing is expected more of you. And same thing, sacrifice. No need to do yajna, homa, and all that. Kalautad Hari Kirtana. Yes, Sankirtana is the sacrifice in Kali Yuga. Charity is tan man dhan, praner arther dhiya vacha. All things you have to give to Krishna. So that's how you qualify all these three things. Then automatically you will get selflessness. So we approach this in a different way. Selflessness.
I want to connect this to what's happening in Bangladesh.
Yeah, discount.
How it, because like whatever it looks very nice, but when we're in a jungle like situation, and you know what's going on in Bangladesh, horrible things coming out, and those like those sadhus and those ISKCON people or who are Hindu, it's not like they are very learned. And they became so much like mad at people. Elephant के सामने जाके वो वही वाली बात. So they were not knowing what's coming up. It is all 50 last 50 years everything, and whatever happens, only those people are killed. Like, कुछ भी हो जाएगा वर्ल्ड में कुछ भी हो जाएगा कहीं कोई पैलेस्टाइन हो गया they will kill him. Something happened they will kill him. They are finding reasons to kill him today. So what's going on? We are going so much, but we are living like I mean like chickens. There. That means like looks like we are brainless people there. I've been a Hindu. I think that even in US, if I'm not looking around me, tomorrow this will not be. They will not allow this to happen in this house also. So I'm really scared in this world.
Is it right to think that those things are happening just because of their karma and they have to face it? Is it right to think of it like?
No, it is we are living in Hiranyakashipu's kingdom. What else do you expect? Not red carpet. Definitely. Even in such a situation, Prahalad was able to practice, he was alone. He was able to practice his Krishna consciousness, and Krishna protected and took care of him completely. Same way, you are in the midst of Kali Yuga here in Maya's capital. If you take to Krishna consciousness, just see for your life how it is, how you are insulated. You'll be surprised. Nothing can touch you. That is the power of the holy name of Krishna. You practice for yourself. You can't talk for others, somebody who's sitting in some other country, what they are doing. You cannot comment on anybody. You can't tell about your own family members. What you will tell, whether they're chanting, whether they're doing anything, what type of bhakti they are doing, you don't know. You can't control anything other than your own body and self. You can't control your own mind and thoughts. What will control the whole world?
No, Prabhuji, but that land is where the Prabhupada came from. That is the land.
Yes.
Where the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came from.
Yes.
And what's going on there? So that means
you are living in Maya's kingdom. This is Hiranyakashipu's kingdom. Don't underestimate that. We are in Kali Yuga. Don't forget that.
So we should take things lying down?
No, you should take things first, help yourself.
So I will start chanting that will solve the problem?
For yourself, it will solve the problem right away first. Yeah, because we want to be a spectator and see magic will happen somewhere. And that's how we are thinking. Why we are not able to take that immediate instruction for ourselves and protect for ourselves.
So when the Somnath Mandir was looted by the Muhammad Ghazali,
Yeah.
the Pandits there, they started chanting Shiva or Krishna, whatever, and they think that would save the temple. But what happened? They were slaughtered like a cow or like anything. So, I mean, like, are we mistaken by something?
No, we are not.
What I'm like, I'm done for something.
That is what Krishna is telling. Nami Bhakta Pranashyati. They are not lost. If you are dedicated to Krishna, you are not lost.
But the sloka you read is the matter of duty. One has to do the duty. If the someone is coming, I'm here, and I'm not so knowing what is the political situation, geopolitical is coming, and I'm just doing bhakti. That means I'm not doing my duty. And the result will come to me. One day it will come to me. Read the line, but
Yeah, I understand. Yeah, but you are assuming your duty that you have to protect. That's the government's duty. So you enter into politics. You enter into politics. You enter into the politics, and then that becomes your duty.
yes, everyone has to do the duty. That I should know around me what's going on.
Everybody has a limited capacity.
Yes, but
To your capacity, only that much you can do. If you have the capacity and if you misuse your capacity,
yeah,
then you're not doing your duty. Yeah.
like just came, Bangladesh thing came into my mind, and I thought,
Yeah.
wanted a reaction.
Right. We see and it pains everybody. Just like during even Ramayana time, Treta Yuga we are talking. All the demons were coming and creating all the ruckus. All the Brahmanas were tortured. Then the Lord comes and he takes care. So you're never lost of a devotional opportunity. You're never that is never taken away from you. It looks very dire. How horrible it is. This is not even. It's just a sample. Yeah, again, it's going to be even worse.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's going to be even worse.
30%
Devotees, according to Bhagavatam, devotees will not be even having place to chant Hare Krishna, so they will go hide in caves. They will not even know how to grow grains. Normal people don't know how to grow grains. So whoever will grow grains, they will come and attack you. There'll be no food. There'll be no rains. People will eat their own embryos.
multiplying factor, no? I mean, like, how many people will be devotees out of 100? I think if true devotees, maybe 5% people will be true devotees. So 95% people will fall into this trap. Okay, I will convert, I will do like them, I will be part of the crowd. They will not do chanting, okay, chodo, this is so dangerous, right? So people are converting them, Bangladesh, Pakistan, these are the hot, like, that's where
So Prabhupada said the answer is, what is the percentage of moon compared to the stars?
एक दस चंद्र तमो तीनों चतरा
What is the percentage?
एक चंद्रमा पूरे अंधकार को हर लेता है.
Correct. So you cannot count percentage, right? So why do you want to count the percentage? You be the one moon. That's all. Don't count the stars. Just become the moon. Prabhupada has given all the instructions how to become one. That's all. Yeah, obviously nobody will be interested to be God conscious. That's the atmosphere we all came into. Sometimes disciples would ask Prabhupada, why is so many devotees left? So Prabhupada would answer, he's saying, you should not be surprised if somebody leaves. You should be surprised if somebody stays. That is very surprising. Why is this guy still doing bhakti? Yeah.
I think we should move on. I took the course of discussing progress.
Okay.
I mean, what choice do we have, like, apart from like tolerate?
Huh?
I mean, what choice do we have, like, not to tolerate? I mean, everyone had to like tolerate something. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, what is, let's say, he's like nagging me or something. So I slap him. He can tolerate. And I don't tolerate that. Nagging. So what choice do I have?
No, people think they have. That's why if you accept it, if you know how to accept the situation, then first of all, you will not be surprised and you will not be frustrated. Because we don't want to accept the situation that we are living in.
Maturity to accept. So, I mean, how can we like, means like to someone who.
So how that increases? With tapasya, penance. Penance is directly proportionate to your muscle power of tolerance. It proportionate, directly proportional. Like for example, you practice little bit austerity, penance of following Ekadashi.
Here we have an example of Ekadashi. Tell. Oh, I want everyone you can tell.
I fasted first time for Ekadashi, and I did not feel the urge to drink or to eat in the whole day.
See, that's the first experience.
Any games holding?
No,
Yeah. So that's the main reason you fast, so that you have more time for doing devotional service, not time for more video games. So any tapasya, actually tapasya simply means choosing between Maya and Krishna. Every time you choose Krishna, it is converted like a small point in the game. Credits are given for increasing your tolerance. Then all slowly, that will increase.
good chance. Really?
Thank you. Sorry, I could not. I mean, like, my Hindi is not really that fluent. So,
No, you know Hindi, but you are forgetting.
yeah, the right words don't come in the flow.
Forgot that, okay, you'll have to speak Hindi. So,
That also. Sorry for not speaking in Hindi so much. We'll have a prasadam now. Mahaprasadam ki. Jai. Jagannath Baldev Subhadra Mai Mahaprasadam ki. Jai.